Hi friends, my name is Sean Roysh, and this week I received emails from several different people asking me the same question. And the question was, do I have any tips on how to play with a really beautiful sound? So I wanted to give you 3 tips that are super easy to do and that have a really huge influence on your tone quality. So the first tip is posture. And we want to make sure that when you're sitting, that we have really nice balanced posture. So I focus on sitting nice and balanced. This feels really comfortable. And then what I like to do is slowly I practice just bringing my horn up to my face with just my left hand without moving my face. So I might do this a few times just to practice this motion. What I find for a lot of young students, because the trombone's kind of cumbersome holding it in front of you, it's very common for students to go and meet their trombone and go down. And I think this probably could be traced to the very beginning. We're packed into these band rooms, and sometimes we have 2 or 3 or 4 people sharing one stand. And so to be able to see the music, we're kind of huddled down like this. But it's so important. I like to put my music stand to the right and my trombone to the left and not under the stand. I think this is really helpful. Listen to the difference. If I start down here with kind of bad posture and I sit the way that I just described in good posture, see if you can hear a difference. I'm only going to change my posture. That's it. You can hear the sound change a lot. So make sure you're sitting nice and balanced and that you bring your horn to your face. Second tip is take full breaths. So one of the things that helps so much with creating a beautiful sound is having a lot of air at our disposal. Now you don't have to blow super hard. I don't want you to do that, but I do want you to get used to just taking nice, full, relaxed breaths. And sitting nice and balanced will really help that. If you're sitting kind of scrunched like this, it's really hard to get a full breath. So when you're sitting balanced, what I like to do is I'll bring my finger up and I'll practice just sucking in air as quietly as possible. And I like to take a really nice long breath, and you can't help but fill up. And then once I fill up like that, I just release the air. It's kind of like a slingshot. You pull the slingshot back and you just release that. I can't stress enough how important this is. And I find for my young students, a lot of people just take puny breaths. If you take a puny breath in, puny breaths come out. So think about this. If you had a tube of toothpaste and the toothpaste is just partially filled, think of how much you have to work to get the toothpaste out versus having a tube of toothpaste that is completely full. And all you have to do is touch that and it just comes out really easily. So just getting a nice big full breath is going to have huge influence on how great your sound is. And the third tip is listening. I think it's so important. If you want to become a great musician, you have to listen as much as possible. Music's a language, and how do you learn a language? By immersing yourself in it. So listen to amazing musicians, and not just trombone players. Listen to all different types of musicians, and be sure to listen to different styles of music. It all is so important, but it's also really important to listen to great trombone players. So pick a few and listen to what makes them special. What do you like about their sound? And then imitate it. And eventually you'll start creating your own sound through imitation. So I hope these tips help you. Happy practicing.